Hey, what's good, people? It's Vito's Tech, and today we're checking out some cases for the Z Fold 7. Now, today we're mainly focusing on two words, one being slim and the other one being affordable. These folding cases prices are out of hand right now, but these cases range from $15 to $30, and they don't add a ton of bulk to this super slim foldable phone. Part of the reason I picked up the Z Fold 7 is because of how slim this device is. I don't want to go throw a super heavy duty protective style case on this phone. Now, today's what? Thursday? So I'll have those heavy duty cases for you next week. But for right now, these are the cases we're going to be checking out. Once again, slim. Now, this one only falls into that category because both of these are from the same company, and I wanted to include this one, which is definitely slim and affordable. But we're gonna slide these two off to the side right now because these are mainly the ones I want to focus on. Now, these are from BENTOBEN. No clue if I'm saying that right. We have black and red, and the other one is black and Trump. All right, that's so wrong. I shouldn't have said that. But anyways, both of these come in at $14.99. Same case. Let's go ahead, and everybody wants to know how much they weigh, which is why I said we're going to keep it slim over here. So this one, 45 grams. They should both be 45, 46 grams. 45 grams. They both weigh the same. Let's go ahead and move that out the way. Now you can see super slim. And what I really want to focus on, I haven't seen this before, but this is technically it's a two-piece case, but at the top and bottom, there's like a little metal clip holding it together. I thought that was like really creative and unique. No idea if someone else did it before. I just saw it on these and thought like it was a really cool idea. Now, also on the back, you can see they have MagSafe charging. So let's go ahead, bust out the Z Fold and push it on. So like right away, I want you to hear this clip. Do you hear that snap? The fit is pretty close to flawless. Now, one of my favorite color is blue, but when it comes to combo colors, nothing beats black and red. Meet me in the comments. I think this looks absolutely incredible. Quick tour around the case. All of your cutouts are aligned. Nothing is missing. On the bottom, your speaker, your Type-C, everything is perfect. On the right side, you have your fingerprint and your volume up and down. You can reach the volume fully exposed, so nothing missing there. Now, I will say my biggest complaint about this, now, even though that's creative being held together with these clips at the top and bottom, I will say it does cause it to do this. You see, it does slide while it's on the device, but that's only when it's folded. When you fully open it up, yo, this is like a perfect, flawless fit. It is not, let me show you how difficult it is to come off. Look. It is not just gonna pop. Some cases you can just like do like that and it's gonna come right off. This one is not coming off. It keeps the phone slim. The profile looks really nice. I also wish, so you can see on the right side of the case, it has like this rubber bumper. That's for the grip, and so if it drops on here also, it's going to give it a little bounce. I wish this was on both sides of the case. That would have been so clutch. I think personally, this case is probably going to be my go-to. Now, I am a little bit concerned, not the most, just a little bit concerned about the durability of this. I've never used a case like this, so I have no clue how long these are gonna last, but I really like the idea of being able to get rid of the adhesive on the inside of the case. We buy these $2,000 phones. I don't want to put adhesive on my device. And if this, I've been using this case for the whole day. Not this one is just so I can show you a different color version of it. I've been using this basically for 24 hours and I absolutely love this one. It looks incredible. You can see the cameras are recessed down in there. And so let's bring out, it does have MagSafe charging. So let's put it on a MagSafe charger. You can see MagSafe, and it's charging up just fine without any issues. It does have fast charge. It does keep your fast charging capabilities, and you can see the magnet is really strong. Now, one more thing that I came across, which is a little bit of an issue, but not the most. It depends on what MagSafe charger you're using. This is my favorite MagSafe charger, but while it does stick on and it does charge up, it is the camera bumper does obstruct it a little bit, and so it stops it from going on perfectly. But like any other MagSafe thing I've used so far, haven't had an issue. Here goes MagSafe wallet, put it on, and no issues at all. You can see pretty good grip. I'm not holding the phone, I'm only holding the wallet, and it's not coming off. So a really strong magnet. My only gripe is the way that my favorite charger sits on it, and yes, it does charge without any issues, and so not the biggest deal, but it is obstructed just the tiniest amount. And so also without, it does work with wireless charging, so just throw it on the charger right there. Let's see if I actually get it right on the first try. There it is, charging up. Most of the time I throw it on a wireless charger and I always mess up. Got it on the first try, nor did I. See, I was over here, boom, got it on the wireless charger. It's charging up, no issues. So yeah, MagSafe charging and wireless charge available. Really like this one. Now this one is a bit of a fingerprint magnet, but I am more than willing to carry around a fiber cloth so I could rock this case. Now, like I said, a big issue, it does, when it's closed, it does slide back and forth, but once you open it, it is a perfect fit. It is not coming off in any, you can't just knock this off like other ones come off. And it is under, it's $15. There are some expensive cases out there that just come off with the slightest touch. This one helps you with enhanced grip. All the cutouts are perfect. Experimenting with a new design. So when it's open, of course, your hinge is going to be protected, but when it's closed, your hinge will be exposed. So hopefully if you do drop it, but that's why we reviewing slim cases. We don't drop our phones over here, so you don't even have to worry about dropping it, right? But yeah, I think this one looks absolutely incredible. The camera cutout looks really nice. This black and red theme looks amazing. Let's go ahead and take this one off. Let's see, boom, one corner, take that one off, and put on the black and orange. 1, 2, 1, 2, and just like I said, looks really nice. Now, one thing I did forget to mention, even though it does feel decent in the hand, these corners at the bottom, they are a little bit sharp. So depending on how you hold your phone, the corner might dig into your palm. But if that does bother you, maybe you might want to consider, getting like a MagSafe ring, and you could throw it on the back, and that way you can hold on to the ring and you don't have to hold on to the corner, so the corner is not digging into your hand. But like I said, coming in at $15, I really don't have too many complaints. Once again, all of the cutouts are aligned. You're not missing anything. You can get to your power buttons and your volume up and down with no issues. The camera does have a little bit of protection. Once again, you do have MagSafe. Let's throw it on right there. Boom. That MagSafe strength is really good. It's charging up without an issue. Same thing with the charger over here. Even though it does start charging, you might not even have this issue depending on what wireless charger you're using. you might not even have this issue. But for me, it just bothers me a little bit. But since I really like these cases, this is something I can get over with, especially coming in at $15. These are really nice. Now, the second part of this series, we have cases from, now, I don't know if I'm saying this right either, but I think it's Makavo. I think it's Makavo. I'll have the name on the screen. You tell me how it's pronounced. Now, this one is basically another version of these, but how these are give or take like hard plastic. This has more like a silicone feel to it. So this one is, I believe it's $23. So let's go ahead and put this one on. Boom, boom, boom. Throw it in just like that. Now this one does also, it has that same issue. So this one doesn't have the metal hook at the top and bottom. They're using silicone for the top and bottom. So we're going to see which one holds up better over time. But this one does also have that same problem where it slides back and forth when the phone is closed. But just like the other one, when you open it, it's a perfect fit. And so once again, corner test, this one is even harder to get off. So yeah, this one is $23. It has MagSafe charging also. Throw it on just like that. Now I did notice this one, the magnet on here isn't as strong as the other one, but still pretty decent magnet strength. But also what I did notice with this one, no issues with my wireless charger. So it fits right underneath, and that's because there's a slight camera cutout right here. It doesn't have this bumper going at the bottom of the camera. So you put it on and nothing is being blocked. Now that is a really good idea. Now some might say it's not the best idea because you do have a little bit more camera exposure here, but the rest of the camera is fully covered. Once again, throw on my MagSafe wallet, no issues there. And like I said, really good magnet strength. It's all going to come down to like the items you have. Let's go ahead and I forgot to weigh it, so let's bring out the scale. I know y'all's probably going in the comments. Let's weigh this one. So the other ones, they weighed 46 grams. If I turn the scale on and throw this one on, this one weighs 43 grams or 44 grams. So you got the 46 grams over there. You have the 44 grams here. You're not adding, actually, I don't know how much the Z Fold 7 weighs. So let's see. So Z Fold 7 is coming in at 215 grams. So yeah, like I said, doesn't add a whole lot. Let's go ahead and snap it on one more time so you can get a final look. Quick tour. You can see all the cutouts are perfect. No issues there. Now with this case, the volume buttons are protected by the silicone. The other buttons are exposed. Your power button right here is exposed. So of course, let's go ahead and tap it. Boom, open it up. No issues. Let's do it one more time. Tap it. Open it up, no issues. I think it might sound weird to say, but I think with this case, it's actually easier to get to the fingerprint sensor built into the power button. Let me know if you've been having trouble actually like trying to press the power button. Ever since I took it out the box yesterday, I've been having some weird issue. It's been weird lately, but maybe it's just a me problem. Once again, no issues. Really like this one. This one does feel a little bit better in hand because it's more of a silicone texture than the hard plastic. But once again, you could throw on a ring, and if you actually, you could throw on a ring and you don't have to have it dig into your palm. Now, even though I do really like this one, I don't see it beating that black and red one. The black and red one is so sexy, but this is definitely another option. And now last but not least, we have the heavy duty one. Now, both of these are from the same company. Now, I don't see really using this one. I just wanted to show you the different options there are. Now this one does have a front. This is a full cover case. It has a front cover with a built-in screen protector, one here, and it does have adhesive going along the side of the front. You would remove this one here. You would remove this one here. Just personally, I don't like these type of cases. I know there is a fan base for these, just not a personal preference of mine. It's included. It's the wipes. They give you a little tutorial. So you would just make sure your screen is clear. You would give it a wipe down, clean it off. And then here's the installation instructions in case you want to check it out and pick this one up. This one is coming in at $30. Now, like I said, this is your more protective style case. So we could just throw this one on, boom, boom. And then in theory, you would put this on. So let's just act like we're cleaning it up, boom, 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 clean it up like that. You would remove this for the adhesive side to go along here. You would remove the inside screen and then put it on. And then you would remove this one and put it over here. Now, I'm not so sold on like this one. Now, it does add quite a bit of bulk. One thing I don't like about this one also, no MagSafe. I do wish there was MagSafe built in, so you can't use any MagSafe accessories unless you like add your own ring. Now, I will say, even though I don't see using it like this, just a me thing, let me know. I think it looks better like this. Some companies are selling half cases, and if you don't really care, if you want to like throw on your own tempered glass screen protector on the front and you want some hinge protection, let's see how much it weighs now. If we take off the front, throw it on the scale now, 266, lose a little bit of weight, and personally, I think it doesn't look too bad like this. Now, even though you don't have MagSafe charging, you still do have your regular charging. See, I told you I wouldn't get it right on the first try. Boom. You still do have your wireless charging. And if you need just a little bit more protection, this doesn't look too bad. And once again, it's $30. And that's, you may or may not see a discount coupon. I think this doesn't look that bad at all. It feels really good. It has a nice soft touch. It is a little bit of a fingerprint magnet. One thing I did forget to mention, this one doesn't attract as many fingerprints as these over here. This one attracts way less fingerprints than these. These you will always have to be cleaning. This one, you might be able to get away with cleaning like once a day. But yeah, if you need something a little bit more heavy duty, a little bit more protection, your cameras are recessed down in there. You do have different color options. This one isn't a bad option. All right, so we got that one off. But so both of these are from Makavo, if I'm saying it right. Let me know in the comments if I'm saying it wrong. Let me know. Tell me the right way to say it. These are definitely gonna be the ones I lean towards the most. Honestly, I think I stumbled across some really dope gems right here, especially coming in at $15. I love this case right here. Let me know down in the comments which ones you're interested in. And like I said, more cases will be on the way. I got heavy duty, I got aramid fiber, I got a whole bunch of cases on the way for these, so stay tuned. It's VDustTech. I'll catch you on the next one. Later.